uncombined, nag-iisa lang si nitrogen, kahit dalawang nitrogen pa yan, kasi same lang sila na nitrogen, oxidation number will be always equal to 0. Ito, si potassium, ma'am, nag-iisa lang siya si potassium, so oxidation number niya is equals to 0. Wrong. Why, ma'am? Bakit wrong? It's because, sabi ko class, ano si potassium? Potassium is a charged particle in this example. May positive written as something like that. So therefore, di ba sabi natin sa rule number 2, kapag yung charge ion, simple ion, equal yung oxidation number niya sa charge ion. Ilan ba yung charge ng potassium dito? 1. So the oxidation number of potassium is equals to positive 1. Okay? Okay? Okay. Katulad din dito, class. Here, oxygen, negative 2. Carbon, positive 4. Sa magnesium, I suppose, alam nyo na yan. Caring nyo na yan. Ito. I will include this na lang sa inyong activity. Itong example na to, para kayo na mismo mag-solve. Okay. Last meeting, we also discussed about the reducing agent and the oxidizing agent. Mag-write ako ng example. Ito, blank. Okay. For example, class. Hanapin ko muna yung example ko dito. Okay. Okay. Ma'am, paano malaman kapag na-oxidize siya? Ma'am, paano malaman kapag na-reduce siya? Diba sa discussion natin, oxidation, na-combine yung oxygen, nag-lose ka ng hydrogen, lose electrons, nag-increase ang number ng oxidation. Reduction, na-lose ka ng oxygen, nag-decrease ang oxidation number. Ito ito yung pinakatandaan nyo. Oxidation, nag-increase yung oxidation number. Reduction, nag-decrease yung oxidation number. So for example, we have here 4, ay, ang pangit ng red. Slide. Palitan natin ng green. Pangit rin. Palitan natin ng yellow na lang. Like for example, we have here 4 aluminum plus 3 oxygen will yield to 2 aluminum subscript 2 oxygen na oxygen na 3. Okay, given this example, class, 4 aluminum plus 3 oxygen subscript 2 will yield to. So class, ito yung chemical reaction natin, ha? Remember, ito yung chemical reaction. These are the reactants, and this is the product. Remember? Yan. But this time, I have to erase it, ha? I-erase ko for the 6th ng lecture natin. About oxidation number. About reducing and non-reducing agent, and about oxidation, kung sino sa kanila din na-oxidize and kung sino sa kanila ang na-reduce. Okay, you have to remember, class, na once, asan yung table? Oxidizing agent becomes reduced and reducing agents becomes oxidized. At ipapaliwanag ko. Okay, for aluminum. Ano nga yung oxidation number ng aluminum? Looking at the periodic table, yung oxidation number ng aluminum, aluminum is positive 3. Positive 3. Pero, sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi ito yung oxidation number niya kasi uncombined si aluminum. Diba rule number 1, kapag uncombined, automatic yung oxidation number is equal to 0. Ano naman yung oxidation number ni oxygen? Oxygen is negative 2. Oxygen is negative 2, diba? Are you sure? Yes, negative 2. Pero dahil uncombined siya, this will be 0. Dapat hindi kayo ma-confuse dyan, class, ha? Dapat hindi kayo ma-confuse. Kapag uncombined, 0 na yan automatic. Kahit ilang numbers pa yan dito. Now, eto sa product. Kasi hindi, eto, combined na sila, ha, magkasama. Hindi sila separate ng positive sign. So, given this example, class, but we have to write the oxidation number separately. Ilan yung oxidation number ng aluminum? according sa periodic table ko, is positive 3. Ma'am, hindi na ba kailangan natin i-multiply sa 2 at 2? Hindi na muna. Individually. Let's discuss them individually, class, okay? So, oxidation number naman ni oxygen, negative 2. So, looking this class na naseparate sila ng arrow. With here as the reactants, here as the reactants, and here as the product. Tingnan natin, si aluminum dito sa una, yung oxidation number niya is 0. 0. But then, yung oxidation niya here, nagiging positive 3. Nag-increase ba or nag-decrease? Nag-increase ang kanyang oxidation number. Since nag-increase, sino nga yung nag-increase ng oxidation number? Oxidation. Again, oxidation. Oh no, asan na yun? Ito. So, nag-increase, this will be oxidation. This is the process called as oxidation. And since na-oxidize, oxidation, oo. Na-oxidation or na-oxidize si aluminum. Na-oxidize si aluminum kasi from 0, naging positive 3. And aluminum, since na-oxidize siya, oxidation process, since na-oxidize siya, lagyan natin ng oxidize para hindi talaga kayo maglalas sa class. Since na-oxidize siya, this aluminum is called reducing agent. Nakakalito. Ma'am, hindi ba oxidizing agent? No, it's reducing agent. As you can see, reducing agent, oxidation number, nag-increase. Oxidation number, nag-increase. Kabaliktaran na lang ng klase ng isipin nyo. Once na-oxidize siya, kapag yung isang element na-oxidize, that is reducing agent siya. Kapag na-oxidize siya, reducing agent. Natingnan naman natin for oxygen. Here, for oxygen, 0 yung una ng oxidation number. But then, nagiging negative 2. Nag-increase ba or nag-decrease? Nag-decrease siya, class. Bangod. Dahil yung kanyang sign is negative 2. Kasi negative 2, di ba, mas mababa pa sa 0. So, si oxygen, nag-decrease. And dahil decrease, na-reduce siya. And since it is reduced, si oxygen ay tinatawag na natin na oxidizing agent. Okay? Okay? One more. Isa pang example. Ito. Carbon monoxide plus ng 3H2 will yield to hydrogen plus CH4. So, kapag titingnan natin, class, kung na-oxidize ba sa or na-reduce, if it's oxidizing agent or reducing agent, we will analyze the oxidation number separately sa mga elements, okay? And we will not multiply them by their subscript. Ganon yung rules. So, carbon, ilan yung oxidation number ni carbon? Carbon kasi magkaparehos, they are combined elements, so we have to look at the periodic table. Carbon here, kasi positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, carbon here will be positive 2. Kasi si oxygen will be negative 2 para maging 0. This time, si carbon, hindi natin pinili yung positive 4 kasi it will not satisfy the rule. Positive 2 will satisfy the rule, so therefore si positive 2 yung pinili natin. And hydrogen, positive 1. Dito, ay ma'am, hindi positive 1. It will be 0. Do you agree, class, na 0? Kasi uncombined siya. Wala siyang kasama. So, 0. Here also, hydrogen here. Ay, may O pa dito. May oxygen pa pala dito. May water. Here, hydrogen here will be positive 1 kasi may kasama siyang oxygen. And oxygen here will be negative 2. C here, carbon will be negative 4 to satisfy the rule. Kapag in-add mo sila, class, magiging 0 yan lahat. Pas 1, kasi positive 1 yung, yung hydrogen natin, oxidation number. So, Since they are separated with the arrow, tingnan natin kung na-oxidize ba or na-reduce. Okay, carbon here, positive 2. Naging negative 4. Oxidize or na-reduce? Oxidize or na-reduce? Na-reduce. So, si carbon here is na-reduce. Therefore, it is an oxidizing agent. Huwag kakalimutan si agent kasi kapag oxidizing yan, wrong talaga kayo. How about oxygen? Oxygen here is negative 2. And sa kabila is naging negative 2. Sa kabila is naging negative 2. May changes ba? Why? May changes ba? Wala. So, ma'am, paano kapag walang changes? Kapag walang changes, class, malalaman natin yan for the next. Hydrogen. Skip muna natin yan. Hydrogen here, from 0, nagiging positive 1, and another here is positive 1. So, nag-increase. So, nag-oxidize siya. And oxygen is a reducing agent. Okay? Carbon has been reduced and could be called the oxidizing agent. Diba? And so, since naalaman natin class na si carbon ay oxidizing agent, this means kasama na niya si oxygen. So, this carbon monoxide, since yung isang carbon na kasama, since yung isang element na kasama niya is oxidizing agent, therefore, dalawa na sila naging oxidizing agent. So, therefore, hindi na natin to kailangan problemahin class kung bakit negative 2. Okay? And since hydrogen here is the reducing agent, therefore, hydrogen here will be forever the reducing agent here. Do you understand? If you want to read, if you want to have more examples and want to understand more, please read your book. Please read your book in chemistry. Okay? Please read your book. And the topic's all about chemical reactions, the redox reduction, oxidation, and reduction. And last na lang class, magbibigay ako ng isang example. Ma'am, what if hanapin ko muna. So, paano natin malalaman, class? So, this class, yung example ko lahat dito, they undergo all the redox reaction. And here, class, sa example ko, class, dito, titingnan natin ano naman yung non-redox reaction. Of course, from the name itself, non-redox reaction refers to the compounds or elements na hindi nag-undergo ng reduction, oxidation. Example, SO2 plus H2O will yield to H2SO3. Since there's an arrow, tatandaan, this arrow will separate us. Dinuno ko lang yung line plus para ma-separate talaga yung vision nyo. Okay? The oxidation number of sulfur is positive 4. Oxygen is negative 2. Hydrogen is positive 1. Oxygen is negative 2. Hydrogen, positive 1. Sulfur, positive 4. Oxygen, negative 2. Looking at the example here, class. Look, tingnan natin. Si sulfur, positive 4, nagiging still positive 4. Oxygen, negative 2, still negative 2. Hydrogen, positive 1, still positive 1. Class, walang changes na nangyari. If there is no changes, you have to remember here, kapag walang changes, this means it is a non-redox reaction. Ganun lang kadali. Kapag walang changes sa oxidation number, it is a non-redox reaction. Because two substances combine to form a third, the reaction is a combination reaction. So, non-redox reaction to. Anong klase ng non-redox reaction? So, looking SO2 plus H2O, it is a combination reaction. Matatandaan si combination reaction? Nawala kasi sa slide ko dito eh. Diba sabi natin si combination reaction? Kapag inad mo sila yung dalawang reactants plus reactants will be equal to one product. Nag-combine siya into one product. Okay. Going back here, sa carbon monoxide natin, plus 3 hydrogen, H2O, plus carbon, CH4. Anong type naman ito ng redox reaction? This type of redox reaction is kasi nagpalit-palit sila ng pair. Nagpalit-palit ba ng pair? Hydrogen, sila na naging pair ni hydrogen, si oxygen na, and si carbon, si hydrogen. This part is also a replacement. Replacement. Anong klase ng replacement? Single or double? Single or double? Diba sabi natin sa redox reaction, it is a single replacement lang, or tinatawag natin na substitution. Single replacement. Okay? And ito, it is also a redox reaction. Anong klase ng redox reaction class? Kasi isang reactants plus isang reactants nag-combine into one product. Nag-combine, so it is a combination. Your keyword here is combined, so it will be a combination reaction. So that's all, class. If you want to understand more, you can search for use some YouTube. Pero dapat yung reliable na sites, reliable na sources, and much better, class, if you have read your books, if you will read your book. Okay? Okay. If you have further more questions, you can ask me naman. You can ask me na sa next week sa meeting natin. You have to write na lang, class, ang mga questions nyo and ask me. And for the activity, i-upload ko na lang yung activity ko ha, to follow na lang. So, I will give you enough time muna to understand here the oxidation. Ganyan lang, class. Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.